What's poppin' though? What the hell has Coi Leray been up to? Now you're probably wondering what the hell. Like the last time you probably saw her was doing an interview or kicking it with Justin LaBoy. Before that, she had a child, but it's really been hanging out with Justin LA boy, LaBoy. I'm gonna call him LaBoy for the foreseeable future. And the reason why I decided to talk about this was in part because I feel like Coi Leray is a main character. Like if we've got a top 10 list of people whose careers I've damn near covered from the beginning until this point in time, the ups, the downs, many of them were the downs. It was a rocky road, but eventually she did come to have some success, some major success with her song Players. So I recently decided to revisit Coi Leray because this is the one thing that I didn't want to happen. I didn't want to see Coi Leray quit on music because we've seen this happen sometimes with certain rappers, female rappers in part, that they'll get into a relationship or they'll move to something else and just not give up on music, but have me questioning how much they really cared about making music and their love for music if they were willing to just give it up when a better opportunity presented itself and not put it on hold, but like, for example, a Cardi B. I question how much Cardi B enjoys making music versus being a personality and just having music out there. Same thing with a Rihanna. I really do question how much Rihanna loves making music. Now, if Rihanna has been making music during this entire time, that's a different story, but we're not going to come for the Navy right now. Absolutely not. And, you know, I love Rihanna over here, Rihanna's music at least. I don't know anything about Rihanna. With that being said, I decided to do a little overview because if you guys remember, Coi Leray dropped an album, Coi, and I enjoyed this album. It was post Players, which Players was a song, obviously took a sample of a very popular song from decades ago, and Coi Leray, her self-titled Coi, in 2023, the entire thing from top to bottom, it was like they took hits and they just threw them on there in an album. And I enjoyed most of it, but it just felt like a hit list or a playlist, for lack of a better word, than an album. And it didn't do too hot. It didn't do poorly either. But since 2023, Coi Leray has not released an album. And a major event that had happened was that she would get dropped from her record label, or she would move record labels. Like she was on Republic years ago, and then she got moved to Island Records. She would complain about her record deal. Like, for example, Coi was on Uptown Records via Republic. So she was on Republic. After Coi, she would be on Island, which is still under UMG. And she would complain about the situation for a while, and then she would get dropped, and she would become independent for a very brief period of time. Trendsetter is her label, brand, whatever you want to call it. That was the name of her debut album. And she dropped these two singles, Heart Don't Lie and Candy Crush, both of which I enjoyed. I thought these were some solid songs. I talked about them when they dropped. This was in 2024, later towards the end of 2024. And being independent is no joke. It's not an easy task. However, in 2025, I didn't see much of Coi Leray, but she would actually get signed to another major deal. So she would get signed to Epic Records, Sony. So she left UMG. She's over at Sony now. And I think it's some sort of a partnership deal because it's it's like under exclusive license to Trendsetter. So I think she's licensing the music. I don't know what the hell. She's with a major now again. So she was independent for a very brief period of time for like 2 to 3 singles. And then she signed another deal. And she would also drop this What Happened to Forever EP. I didn't listen to these songs. I listened to 2 to 3 songs. I listened to Keep It, which is a solid Coi Leray song. I wouldn't come back to it, to be honest. It's not really a hit, but it's a more personal track from Coi Leray, which is the opposite and more of where I wanted her to lean for me personally after her Coi album drop, which was just supposed to be a bunch of hits. And those don't really tell us too much about what Coi Leray's got going on. So she had been trying in 2025, but then I would see a song that she would drop with G Herbo. So she would drop a song with G Herbo and BK the Ruler. This song didn't really go up. And she would also drop a song, Act Like You Know, with Shoreline Mafia. This was a solid song. I listened to this. This is a Coi Leray song that I would go back to. Shoreline Mafia did that. She's on kind of like LA beats, although the cover song, or the cover of the song, is this like Welcome to New Jersey thing. She reps New Jersey heavy. Who are the New Jersey reppers? I mean, is she the hottest thing out of Jersey? Maybe, right? But anyway, she would also find herself on DaBaby's album, which the baby's been killing it recently. And she would drop 2 songs, actually. It seems like she's reverted back after 2025, her experimenting with things. And this is my guesstimate, is that 2025, she signs a new deal with Epic. They're like, okay, you can do your thing. So she drops her EP on Epic. She experiments. And then in 2026, I think they came in and said, yo, we're going back to the formula, okay? What's worked with you in the past, we're going to try that again. Because she would drop this song with Youngboy, Better Than Yours. I didn't even know this song dropped. Where have I been? Why did nobody tell me this? This was in March 20th. She drops a song with Youngboy, and then I think it's packaged in with that Shoreline Mafia song in this like 2-pack. I don't even know if it's a 2-pack, but that's how it appears on Spotify. And for this song, she takes from Players, she takes from Koi, the album, and she does a rendition, interpolation, whatever the hell you want to call it, biting if you want to be more of a hater, of the Milkshake song. Oh, my milkshake brings all the guys to the yard. That thing. The song is all right. She has a male feature on it. And then you're probably like, yo, come on, man. That's just one attempt. What do you mean they're going back to the basics? Well, actually, she does that again on a recent song. So she just dropped on June 26th, she dropped a song with this guy named Eladio Carrion. I don't know where he's from, but this is a Spanish speaker. Is he from Puerto Rico? I don't know if he's from Puerto Rico, but yeah, either way, he hops on this song with her, and this song is called Outside. They just dropped a music video for this as well. No, I'm not paid to. Why do people think I'm paid to promote music? Do you think I'd be talking about nonsense, people? I've actually never gotten paid to talk about music. I just found this interesting. And the reason why I even started talking about Coi Leray, what triggered her into my mind, was that I was looking for this X post where the Academics TV account had posted that there was a copyright holder that took down one of their posts, and it said Sean Carter on it. And I was going to do a video on Jay-Z, and this was going to be evidence like, hey, look, the copyright holder here, it's not some random person. It's Sean Carter himself that took this post down. So as I'm scrolling down the page of Academics TV, because God, do they post a lot, I run into this post of Coi Leray with the caption, holy, Coi Leray getting badder and badder. And I'm just like, wait, please tell me Coi Leray is still making music. Like, what the hell is she doing? So that just jogged my memory, and that is the story of how this video came together. So she drops this song and this music video, and what is this sample? Well, the original is from this dance song from Ener, Calabria 2007. That's the original sample, but it's most popular and most known for the hit song, The Anthem by Pitbull and Lil Jon. So here again, she's running that, hey, let's take a hit, or they are running that, let's take a hit from 2 decades ago. Hell, it's 2 decades ago at this point, which just goes to show you the longevity of Lil Jon and Pitbull, because these guys are still killing it right now, doing shows and probably getting booked everywhere under the sun. So she tried it here, and this makes me happy. Now, this song recently just came out. It's like music video just came out, but it's funny because the post that I see has nothing to do with music, even though she does play it in the background, but I didn't think about the music at all. So I am glad that Coi Leray is still putting numbers, or not numbers, on the board. Numbers are not being put on the board yet, but there's a possibility. Like, they just had to keep taking shots. But I didn't want to see Coi Leray bow out of the rap game. I don't like to see that. And there should be enough motivation out there. Seeing a Young Miami, for instance, who got her reputation run through. I mean, they were just like, hey, she's just an escort. She's getting urinated on by Diddy. This and that. She held her tongue when it came to the Diddy situation. And she came back, and she's been grinding music. She's putting numbers up on the board right now with that Spend That song. So clearly, if she's able to do it, JT, she had come back. She just kept trying and just caught one. Nobody should be giving up. And I do not want to see Coi Leray give up either, because she's made good music. Now, a lot of her music, she had writers, producers, assisting, quote unquote, as in damn near handing her over songs. But I think, listen, she's had a kid. She's with a new man or whatever. The saddest thing would be for Coi Leray to go from somebody that made Players, which is a globally recognized hit song, into a guy's girlfriend that tricks on her. And it's Justin LaBoy. It's not like Young Miami had Diddy, and I think still has Diddy, because she's been the most loyal one, and she's still going after it and making the music. So I hope Coi Leray, I would say Coi Leray is probably still having fun with music. Otherwise, she wouldn't have signed another deal. And I think it's unfortunate that, well, I don't know whose decision making this was, because if you guys listen to the music that Coi Leray released in 2025 after she just signed this new deal and the music that she's released this year in 2026, you could see a clear difference. And it wasn't like she went from independent to signed. She was signed to the same label, the new label, Sony, at the same time. And we didn't really get an announcement for her getting signed either. I think that would have been a big deal because we saw the whole saga of her leaving Universal or her wanting to get off of Universal. We saw her briefly independent. So I think it would have helped her a bit to announce that she was now signing. But either way, I'm definitely tapping into whatever Coi Leray's got going on musically. I do like the song Outside. I like it more personally than the YoungBoy song. But I just don't know where they're trying to get her aimed at. Maybe it's a female audience, and that's possibly why I didn't hear the YoungBoy song, but I know YoungBoy fans listen to it just for YoungBoy. So perhaps that's why things aren't hitting my radar, which would be good because I do think Coi Leray does need more female fans. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you on the next one.